Welcome to Cooking with Glenn and Katie. Today I'll be making my mom's Texas hash. When I was growing up, there were a lot of recipes for Texas hash, and I loved my mom's. She did it on the stove. I'll be cooking it on top of the stove, and then I'm gonna bake it. That's a little different, but basically it's the same. To start, I took a pound of ground beef. I have 80-20. And I browned it and I made it into crumbles. So I took the liquid out. This is the liquid that I drained. So I'm gonna set it aside. And so I have some ground beef. It's not overdone, it's just barely cooked because I'm gonna cook it some more. I'll add a cup of onions, a cup of bell pepper, and I'm using green bell pepper, a tablespoon of garlic, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. And that's kind of optional, but I love the taste. I'm going to add the ingredients one at a time. Put the onions in first. And I know this mixture is done if the onions are translucent. I'll add the peppers. I'm just going to dump everything together in here. The garlic. Love garlic. That's a tablespoon of garlic. Chili powder. Salt. Pepper. And finally, the Worcestershire sauce. This kind of is an optional ingredient, but I love the taste. And now I'm going to just mix it up and saute it for a couple minutes. And when the onions are soft and they're translucent in color, I know it's ready for the rest of the ingredients. The onions are translucent. I can tell that they're soft, so I'm going to add the other ingredients. I have rice. I've got a 1/2 cup of long grain rice. You can use any kind of rice. Doesn't matter. Just so happens that I've got some long grain white rice, but you can use brown rice, just any kind you want. And since we have some rice in here, we have to put some liquid so that it will absorb, because this is uncooked rice and it's going to cook when it's in the oven. So I'm going to add a can of petite diced tomatoes. Now, if you like heat, my grandkids don't like heat, and I make it for my grandkids, you can use the petite diced tomatoes with green chilies, but this will make it hot. But I'm just going to go ahead and put liquid and all into this pan. And finally, I'm going to add a cup of beef bouillon. I'm going to cook it until it gets hot and everything's mixed together, and then I'm going to put it in a casserole dish. Okay, this has been cooking for about 3 to 5 minutes. It is boiling, and now I'm going to transfer it to a 9x13 casserole dish. Now, Mom would cook it on the stove, and she would leave it on the stove, but I'm doing this a little bit differently. I'll put it in here. And I'm going to put it in the oven at 375 for 30 minutes. I have it in a casserole dish. I've spread it all out evenly. Now I'm going to put it in the oven for 15 minutes at 375. And then I'll pull it out and I'll put the cheese on it. It's been 15 minutes, so I'm going to take the casserole out, and I took a little bit out and made a little tiny casserole for my mom to try. You can use any kind of cheese, but my family likes cheddar. You can actually use taco cheese or Mexican cheese, but we love cheddar, so I'm gonna put that on here. I'm gonna start with my mom's. I'm just gonna fill the top up with cheese. That will melt during the last 15 minutes. Then I'm gonna put it on here. Now you can put 1 to 2 cups on here. I'm putting about 1.5 cups on the casserole and 1/2 cup on the little casserole. So I'm using the whole 8 ounces on these 2 casseroles. Now I'm going to put these back in the oven for 15 or so minutes until it's melted and brown on top. It's been 15 more minutes, so let's check the casseroles. Ooh, wow, it looks good. Look how pretty that is. It's bubbly. Wow. I'll sit it right here. And here's my mom's. I'm gonna taste this before I take it to Betsy's house. Take me a bit. Wow, that looks good. And now I'm going to taste it. It's moist and really pretty with colors. Wow. This brings back memories of my childhood. It's incredible. I believe the grandkids will like it.
That is really good. It tastes kind of
It's like Lozardo.
that's what I was going to say. It tastes like a Mexican restaurant, and it's so yummy. I mean, it's got beef in it, and lots of kind of Mexican, Tex-Mex kind of spices. Yeah, it's delicious, buddy.
Yeah.
All
All right, here we go. Texas hash. Let's take one. That is very flavorful, and I really like it. The peppers and the onions, I just love that combination. But with the cheese and the meat, it's a good combination. This is really good. Really good. Absolutely. I will enjoy this.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. See ya.